Alpha, go. Bravo, go. Charlie, go. Delta, go. Echo, go. Words weren't needed to know the entire world was watching and waiting, holding a close vigil on televised and radio broadcast media and internet social media, while looking to the sky in anticipation of what groundbreaking history was to come. The world had not been so engulfed in such a monumental, historical happening since July 19, 1969, when Neil Armstrong, Earth's first interstellar ambassador, as it were, set foot on the moon. A monumental happening that is still celebrated. History would never forget that day. That moment when the world stood still in the best way. Except it didn't involve an alien spacecraft landing to warn the natives to change their ways. Union Intelligence Agency, Langley, Virginia. As if things weren't exciting enough, Director Alan Forrester thought silently. He had tuned the TV in his office to Channel 13 for the Union First news broadcast. He kept a small industrial-grade cooler in one of the 4 drawers in his desk full of ice cubes and plastic bottles of regular ginger ale for special occasions. He unscrewed the top off of a chilled bottle and then poured the contents into a fine 6-ounce glass he held casually as he watched the red and white breaking news bulletin roll across this office's television monitor. "All right, Embargo 1, the Union Space Administration signaled on the radio. You are go for launch, over." The radio transmission beeped to its conclusion. The televised news anchor's voice was also being relayed over the radio. "The Union Space Administration has just given the all-clear. We are receiving word now that all military escorts have just completed their final orbit patrol and are now assuming formation around the colony ships. We see the colony ships are undocking to maneuver away from their respective ports," continued the news report. Daniel and Sarah watched the sky intently hand in hand from a green space in a park close to home, as a massive cluster of white dots moved across the sky in perfect, professional octagonal formation. The exciting tension of the moment rendered them speechless, as was the entire human race. Wormhole opening in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. A ring of brilliant, chaotic, blue and white light appeared as an artificial chain lightning-filled halo near the moon. A cluster of small, bright diamond-shaped lights moved toward the wormhole at what seemed like a snail's pace from where Daniel and Sarah watched with small personal telescopes that were marketed for this event. Sarah felt Daniel's hand grasp hers tightly. She recognized the gesture and squeezed back, leaning into her boyfriend. Daniel pulled her close to him until he could feel her body heat radiating on him like he was sitting next to a facing heat lamp. USSF Artemis. "Steady as she goes," commanded the captain of the lead ship, or Alpha, as the Union Space Administration referred to it. Artemis was the largest transport, headed for Rishan 2. "Aye," the helmsman responded. "Wormhole entry in T-minus 10 seconds, and counting." The sensors officer meticulously eyed and memorized the readings filling their station's display. So far everything seemed to be going to plan. All of the data that was forecasted to be, according to UASA, proved accurate down to the most minute solar radiation levels. All of the ships were where they were supposed to be. Then, something blinked in and out on the aft starboard direction. It wasn't there before. "There it is again!" The officer said nothing. Then another something blinked in and out. This time on the port-aft direction. "What the heck?" The officer's expression turned to shock. "It's gone!" What the heck? A diagnostic followed while data continued streaming in. Everything checked out. No problems. The officer felt as though being watched. But by whom?